Well, you look great. Okay, so welcome tonight to Team Elevate. What up? We're here, we're in the house. I've got like this 70s headband thing going on just to like cover my hair, and Bridge literally was like messing with it right before. So there's that. It's about to come off, I think. Anyway, I need to fix this. So you can talk now. Okay. So I wanted to quickly remind you guys. Okay, yeah, you're welcome. This is just a rapper. I just become a rapper all of a sudden. Okay. Two things. One was we did visualization yesterday on Power Hour, and I've gotten so many. The Canadian girls loved the Tupac comment. They're still cracking up over that. I got so many messages from people who really spent the time and did the work that we talked about in there, which was really focusing on the life you have now. I'm just going to really quickly recap it. It's the life you have now. And if you were still here in a year, how does that make you feel? Are you happy with your health? Are you happy with your relationships? If nothing changes with your finances, are you happy? And if you're not, if that brought you negative feelings of all, just not wanting to be here in the same place, and then to picture yourself switching that and picturing yourself in absolute freedom, time freedom. If you were to grow, if you were to hit emeralds, diamond, what would that do for your family? How does that feel? So I really encourage you to go listen to that, because I really walk you through step by step of how to do that visualization process. There is so much science behind this. It is biblical. It is all the things. It covers and clicks all the boxes. But really, it's taking the negative thoughts captive and focusing on where you want to go. And very clearly, in all the stuff I've listened to or ever studied or any coach I've ever had, always talks about the clarity. If we don't have clarity on where we're going, right, we sort of just do this. We're like, oh, I'll try here. Oh, I'll try here. Oh, I'm going to focus over here. Oh, I'm going to focus over here. That's why we start and stop, because we're not really clear. So that's what it was really spent talking about, was getting clear on your vision. And so this week and next week, we really have a lot of things set up for you guys to find success. So if you're really clear and you're like, I want to do these things, we have the Silver and Six going on. It doesn't matter if you're silver or diamond, it is so impactful. I've sent some messages. Tamara Holloway's videos today were incredible. This cat over here just earned the iPad today. So we're doing the things, right? So we're doing the IPA. So I want you guys to really be focused on that. And then we also posted about the Dynamic Duo IPA that starts next week. I think that's April 3rd. Oh gosh. That starts next week. So make sure you sign up for that to get an accountability partner. These are things that will change your business, along with pairing it with visualization. So now you want to go getting excited and then showing up and doing the work. Okay. So I'm going to turn it over to you for just a little bit.
All right.
He had some things that he wanted to share.
Hey, everybody.
Are you waiting for them to say something back?
I know it's so weird. I'm trying to get used to it because I like the interaction, but there's like a delay.
It's the best though, because it's like, hey, everybody, silence.
And I look at faces and I'm like, she's listening to me. She's listening to me. No. This person hasn't moved oh, it's a picture. It's a picture.
Sometimes the pictures really get you because they look real.
They look real. They're sitting there watching.
Yeah. Like they're watching you and talking to you.
Yeah.
There's Lori.
Yeah.
And Cheryl looks like she's about to draw a gun out at any moment. and do a roadie. This is the best. Okay.
All right. So this is awesome too, by the way. I don't take this for granted that, as a dude, I get to come on here and talk and share, because I mean, let's be honest, it's a woman's world in Plexus. The guys are kind of going it alone a little bit, but like something that I don't know if everybody knows, like I'm building a business too. I married an awesome lady. She's the diamond. I'm trying to be a senior gold. I'm building a business here. So, and that being said, what I want to talk about tonight was belief. because I mean, yeah, I don't have a ton of dips in belief because I sleep with a diamond and I see the fruits of the business. But building a business too, I still struggle sometimes with like belief. When you're out there and you're hitting the pavement, so to speak, and you're getting the no's and you're getting the people who just don't understand what we're doing and they don't believe, it gets, it can be super discouraging. And so I was listening to a podcast, and I can't remember the name of the guy. What was his name? It's on Lewis House
Joe
podcast.
Dispenza.
Joe Dispenza.
Dispenza. Sorry.
And he said something so interesting. And because we've all heard you got to take your thoughts captive, you got to control, you got positive thinking, things like that. And he said something that just stood out to me. And he said, you will never outthink negative feelings.
Boom.
And he said, your feelings come from your memory, your past experience. That's what dictates it. He's like, until you start feeling successful, until you start feeling like you're doing a good job, your mind's going to always revert back to the negativity that you had growing up. And, I've told Lita, I'll just bear it here. I've struggled my whole life with feeling a failure, like just not wanting to be a failure, doing whatever I have to do to not feel like a failure. And it's come at the highest points of my life when I feel like, I've reached the top of the ladder, for whatever ladder I was climbing. And that's when I would have those doubts of failure come in. Like, oh, there's other people doing this and they're younger than you and they've already gotten farther than you, or they know more than you, they're smarter than you. And those feelings creep back in. And no matter how much positive thinking and positive talk and positive affirmation I do, I've always struggled with that feeling of, in the back of my mind, like there's other people doing it better than you. And so I was talking to Alita about this today and really talking about, how do you get into that area of belief? Because belief is what's going to change your feelings, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so been talking a lot about that. And I wanted to share on here, when it comes to our business, belief is such a key thing, because if it's, here we are at the end of another month, and I know for myself, it's like, I didn't do all the things I wanted to do this month. I didn't take all the action that I wanted to take. And it's real easy to beat yourself up. Another month came by and I didn't reach out to enough people. I didn't hit the goals I want to hit. And it's real easy to let that negative mindset start creeping in again. And really, when you boil it down, lack of action is just lack of belief.
Mm-hmm.
That's where it comes from. Because if you believed in it, you'd do it. It's just like going to a job. You believe you're going to get a paycheck, so you go. And I've worked for a company that was going bankrupt and we didn't know if we'd have a job. And I'll tell you, belief around there went really low because people didn't think they were going to get paid. So, they took other jobs, other places, and so belief is so important. And so I was thinking more and more about that today. I'm building a fence in our backyard, and there's nothing like a good little bit of manual labor to give you that time just to kind of live with your thoughts a little bit. And so I was just thinking about, some of the teachings and things like that I've been privileged to sit in a room with men who've, of all different types of network marketing businesses and shared. And one particularly came to my mind as far as talking about belief. And this gentleman, he said, there is a finite number that will take you to your goal. It's not infinity.
Mm.
And that number is different for every person. It might be 1,000 for this person to get to diamond, if diamond's your goal. It might be 10,000 for the next person, but there is a number for everybody. And he said, that being said, if you put that in your heart, you put that at the forefront of your mind, there's a number that I have to hit. He's like, imagine that number is a stack of playing cards in front of you. And you have to turn over each card. It's either a yes or a no. But you have to go through that entire deck, and at the bottom of it, you win. He said, how fast would you go through that deck of cards? It's like, wow. And he said, here's the thing. He's like, we fool ourselves by doing all this action. But at the end of the day, what kind of business are we in? We're in a people business. That's what we get paid for. We get paid to interact with people. We get paid to get those people to use our products. We get paid to get those people to believe in themselves and become business owners. That's what we do. Everything boils down to people. And we have to go through so many people to get to our goal. So how's that all tie back to making yourself feel successful? Well, as I start telling myself, and if this is you, just
Drop a 1 in the comments.
drop a 1 in the comments. Listen to me. If this is you, you get stuck on all the roadblocks. I can't do this because I can't reach out to this person because I got to cook dinner, or I got ball practice, or I got whatever. But I was telling myself today, it's like, what if every day, every single day, just like taking my supplements, just like I'm on a health kick right now, I'm working out every day. It's a non-negotiable. What if I had a non-negotiable every day? I'm going to flip a card. I'm going to go through one person a day at the bare minimum. Some days I might flip over 3 to 5, but every day I'm going to flip over one card. I'm going to reach out to one person about my business every day. And, it's a little different when you're dealing with men, because we're a little more jaded, a little more cynical, and so you get the guys who are like, does it really work? And like I said, I sleep with a diamond, I live in a house that,
How many times are you going to say that tonight?
I'm going to keep saying it's fueled by plexus, and I'll even catch myself sometimes, like if it's a good day and I'm feeling real good about myself, I'll give them the, hey, it works for everybody who works it. But it's real easy to get tripped up when you encounter that kind of negativity. If your belief level is not where it needs to be, you start backpedaling, you start making excuses for what you're doing, and it's like, I'm sitting here, like I could show them the pay stubs. Absolutely. It works. It works for everybody who works it, but it's so easy. If you don't check that belief at, every day, every morning, you got to check that belief. And just knowing what you're trying to accomplish every day. What's your goal? Your goal is diamond. I'm assuming everybody on here wants to be a diamond. And you got to flip that card, because every day that finite number needs to come down. It's just like paying off a mortgage. You got to watch that number come down. It's going to take 30 years, but each month it goes down a little bit. Like that finite number, whatever it is for you, each day chip away at it. And just know that you've won in the end, no matter what. And I'm talking to myself as much as I'm talking to y'all, because I'm going through this too. Every day, like I'm going to flip a card, and that's going to be my goal moving forward. Is every day I talk to someone about my business, no matter what. I think we call them IPAs, right? So every day an IPA.
Senior gold, baby. He's got big goals. He's got big goals and big dreams. I think he'll be at like 220 points by tonight. So we'll see how this goes the rest of the month. But the thing is I love what you shared. So can you guys drop a little bit of love in the comments if this is making sense for you, if it's feeling valuable to you, because this is the encouragement that we need a lot of times. It's like we can come on here and really you don't need any more tips. You just don't. What you need is belief that yes, I can. It doesn't matter what kind of personality I have. It doesn't matter if I'm feeling sad today or if I'm feeling, like today, for example, I've been feeling super just like kind of heavier with the whole Nashville shooting stuff and my mom's birthday. And I was just like all this stuff, like real life, right? And feeling like, oh, like it feels so silly to reach out to somebody right now. But we did it anyway, right? We worked the business anyway, because we know that that's what it takes. It takes showing up even when you don't feel your best. And so what we did is like, because I was not having the best day. And so Like he sent me this podcast and it made an impact on me. Why did it make an impact on me? Because it actually helped me today, right? It pulled me out of a rougher place, and I was able to go and message some people. And actually, we ended up signing a couple people up today. So it's like all of these things come from still doing the activity. So when people say like, I'm having a bad day, or I'm having a hard time, or I'm, this feels difficult, it doesn't mean that that doesn't happen for you anymore. It just means, can you find a pocket of 10 minutes where you can actually elevate yourself and be like, okay, I'm still going to come on. I'm still going to do the things. I'm still going to show up, and I'm still going to do that post. I'm still going to do that story. I'm still going to message that person. And at the end of the day, the bottom line is diamonds have heard no more than any other rank, typically speaking. So when you think about that, think about how many no's have I had and how many more do I have to go? Now, there are amazing people and amazing stories. Rosalind Payne will tell you she signed up 8 level 1s and she went emerald, right? But she spent quality time with those people. She really encouraged them. She really cast the vision. So really thinking about, how many people am I talking to about the business? How many people am I talking to about the products? Am I getting in front of people, or am I just posting on social media and walking away and hoping, woo, I hope someone sees this. I'm going to I don't know, do crazy things. And it's like Jennifer used to tell me when I was at my back office, I can't log in. She'd be like, jump up 4 times, turn around, spit over your shoulder, and then it'll work. That's what she would tell me, something like that. And that's kind of how I feel about posting sometimes, right? I feel like if I'm not being intentional and I just start throwing stuff at the wall to post because I'm like, oh, I need 2 more people. I need 2 more people. I'm just throwing stuff at the wall. I find myself doing that, right? Where I'll get into this desperate place of like, I just need 2 more people. I just need 2 more. Where am I going to find these 2 people? Instead of on March 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, and 19th, flipping the cards over every day. That is when you find a diamond who's not stressed out at the end of the month. That's when you find a senior gold almost, who is not stressed out. It's like, if it happens, it's going to happen because we're building it foundationally and strong, but we're going to keep flipping cards. We're going to keep activating. I feel like I'm on a Marvel movie right now. We're going to keep getting out and and connecting to people. So that's one thing that we have decided. We've encouraged each other. We're like, we're going to not say no for a little while to really networking. Okay. I'm not talking about saying no to volunteering, to say, we're not saying yes to everything, but it's getting us out of our comfort zone to maybe saying yes to a couple things that we normally wouldn't. Right. And getting out there. What's up, Megan Mar? Hey-o. So that's what we're really focusing on, is because that is the reality when it comes down to it. It's how we think, how we feel, and how we're networking. Who are we talking to? Who are we getting in front of to share about the business, to share about the products, to really make that a focus so that we can do it. The podcast that he talked about was like, he's like, that feeling. And I love how he explains it. He says, when you feel excited about a trip that's coming up, okay, or you feel excited about your future, there's something coming up that you're excited. Do you know that how it energizes you, right? Like if you talk to Cheryl and she's telling you about a trip, you literally watch her go from Yellowstone to her bathing suit, and like you can see it in her face. Like she's like, I'm here for it. I'm going to the beach. You can feel the energy different. You guys all know if you know what I'm saying, like give me some love, share it with me. It energizes you. That is just absolute proof of how much visualization changes your energy. It changes how you're showing up to people. It changes who you're attracting to your business. So when you go to work your business, instead of thinking, I have to get 2 more people for my iPad, start looking up, right? And looking out to the future. Like, I can't wait to sign up 2 more people for my iPad, but I'm going to help them go silver, because what I really want more is hitting emerald. What I really want more than this incentive that's sitting here in front of me is diamond. What I really want more is a foundationally strong business. I'm not going to just sign up my aunt's dog to win an iPad who's not going to order next month, right? Because Whiskers or Whiskey or whatever the dog's name is, I feel like Cheryl needs a dog named Whiskey right now. That needs to happen. I'll get you another dog, Cheryl, your dream come true. But this is the thing, is we can really get fixated on right here, right now. I just need money right here, right now. I just need this right here, right now. And so what he was saying is that we wake up every morning with a clean slate. And the only thing that changes is that our brain literally holds memories. That's what it does. It holds memories. So we wake up, and whether that day is going to be good or bad, we decide based on memory. Oh, no, I forgot. I'm a miserable person. Oh, I forgot. No, I get really angry. No, I get really frustrated. No, the mornings are chaotic for me, right? We start to remember and we show up in that same place. So what you want to do is to slow yourself down, meditate, pray, do whatever feels right for you to get your mind calm, on gratitude, and then moving out into the world with that attitude. So like you'll hear Megan and Phil say that they watch that Les Brown video every single day for an entire year. Why? Do you think it was because they just wanted to hear Les Brown talk? No, it was because they wanted to set their mind's intention with where they were going. So they had clear vision. We're going emerald in a year. It's happening. Like, we're no holds bar. We don't care what has to happen. We're doing it. So when Megan didn't want to go out and network, she still did, right? When she didn't want to do the events, or when people were mean to her, or when people said no to her, or when things came up, roadblocks, when life got hard, when things were heavy, there was that constant new habit of listening to something that actually challenged every negative thought that we have, right? It really challenges us to say, is this really even who I am? Or is this like my mom and from my childhood telling me mornings suck, you're not a morning person? And I'm like, but I'm not a teenager anymore. Turns out I love the morning. Turns out 5 a.m. like rolls around, like we're up and we're going. And so maybe you've told yourself, I don't like to work out. Is it because you don't like to work out, or is it because you've made a decision based on what someone said to you a long time ago and you haven't allowed yourself to evolve and grow in that way? So when you say things like, I'm not a good recruiter, or I'm not good at building the business, I'm a great recruiter, but I'm not good at building the business. Are you willing to let go of that thought that's creating the reaction, that's creating what is happening for you? So when you put all that in together, right? Imagine this formula. I'm about to give you the diamond formula. Okay. Just about senior gold formula. You wake up and you listen to something that makes you want to move mountains. You listen to something that stirs your heart so big that you're like, literally nothing can stop me. I don't care if my points have gone backwards. I don't care if I don't earn the incentive this month. I don't care if this doesn't happen. I'm doing this because I feel a bigger purpose here than just what's in front of me. I heard this TikTok the other day. Jim Carrey said, I don't believe in hope. He said, hope tries to walk through the fire. I believe in hope, by the way, but I'm just saying. He said, hope tries to walk through the fire. He goes, faith leaps over it. It's having the faith that even if you can't see it, you're going to leap over it. You're going to move the mountains, right? Hope in this essence, in this context of what I'm saying, hoping like, oh, I'm just hoping it happens. I'm going to sit here and hit post and hope it happens. Versus I'm going to have faith it happens. I'm going to be flipping over the cards. I'm going to be messaging the people. I'm going to be networking. I'm going to be talking to people. I'm going to be communicating with people. Because when I set my intentions, when I set my visualizations, when I start to really believe where I can be, and I'm doing the action, that's when the real magic happens, is when you feel good about the actions that you're taking at the same time. And so really kind of putting yourself out into this place like, okay, what does it look like to just have faith today? What does that look like to just be like, I have no idea if this person's going to say yes to me. I'm going to message my doctor. I have no idea if this person's going to say yes to me, but I'm just going to trust that I'm supposed to reach out to them. What if you just had faith instead of fear and really took it to the next level for yourself and for your family? So really encourage you to just really focus on a couple of things, plugging yourself into the IPAs that we've provided, that encouragement and get excitement around it. The second thing is to really check your belief of really focusing on, where are my thoughts at when I wake up in the morning? Where are my thoughts about Plexus? I want to have fun with this. I want to be in a good place. I want to be exciting and really get really pumped up about where you're going and really making that decision to just go all in. It does take that slight, I don't like to use the word obsession, but it takes a slight obsession of like, my dreams are possible and no one's stopping me. That's when we become unstoppable, because then you're not swayed by the yes or the no. You're not swayed by the rejection. You're not swayed by the incentives. You're just not. If anything, you're just pushed to go for it, but you're not discouraged when you don't get it. And you're not like, it's just one of those things. So really focusing on, where do I want to be long-term? How do I want to build foundationally, and pushing for those things because you want long-term success. So when you're out there working these next 3 days, I want you to be thinking about what a great opportunity this is, because we have the dollar join in Canada and US. We have the free active. What a great opportunity to flip over the most cards you've flipped over this month. Doing the follow-ups, sending the share cards, really getting in touch with people. I know you would love this. I thought of you. I actually created a cart for you. I know you would love this stuff. Here's the cart. Just click join and put your information in, and it's good to go. Really get bold about who you're reaching out to. You would love this business. You would just kill it. Try the products at least, right? Get excited and do that. So what if over the next 3 days, you pushed as many cards over as you can from a place of faith that this will take you well beyond March. And I'm going to leave you with this question. What if in the next 3 days, you sign up a complete rock star?
A Bubba.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
I'll tell you. Can I tell you what a Bubba means?
Okay.
All right. I don't know what the lady equivalent of Bubba would be, but we're looking for Bubbas. This is what Bubba is. It's a little bit of a story. Won't take long. There's a guy sitting in a restaurant, and he's noticing there's this fella sitting at the bar. Everybody that comes in says, "Hey, Bubba." Everybody says something to him. And so after about 30, 40 minutes of every single person coming in and saying, "Hey, Bubba," he walks over to him. He goes, "Do you know everybody in this town?" And he says, "I know everybody everywhere." And the guys just kind of taken back. He's like, okay, that's a little bold. So they get to talking, and Bubba's Adam is like, "Everybody knows me." He goes, "Now you know me. Everybody knows me." And he's like, "No." He goes, "Sure." And he goes, "Name one person. I bet you they know me." He goes, "How about the Pope?" He goes, "The Pope is a great friend of mine." He's like, "Really?" And he goes, "Yeah." He goes, "In fact," he goes, "I've got his, I'm great friends with his pilot. I'll call him. We'll go see the Pope." So a few days later, they get on a plane. They fly all the way to Vatican City. There's thousands and thousands of people amassed before the Pope. He's supposed to speak that day. So they walk in. The guards are like, "Bubba, Bubba." They're all Italian. "Bubba." This guy can't believe it. He's like, "Oh my gosh, this guy actually knows everybody." So Bubba looks to him. He goes, "Hey," he goes, "I'm going to go run up and I'm going to see the Pope real quick. You just stay right here. They'll take great care of you. I just want to go say hey because I'm in town. Just want to say hey to him." So he runs up there and he's like, "Hey, what's up, Pope?" They're high five and everything. Then he sees people
What's
just
up?
start, just this commotion amongst all the thousands of people down there. And there's, people just kind of panicking. And he notices it's right in the vicinity of where Bubba was. And so he runs down and his friend is being revived. There's some paramedics working on him. And Bubba leans down. He goes, "Hey, is everything okay? Did something happen?" He goes, "Oh, no." He goes, I blacked out for a moment." He goes, "Well, what happened?" He says, "Was it because I was up there with the Pope and you didn't believe me?" He goes, No. It was, he goes, "You were up there with the Pope and a guy tugged on my shirt and he said, 'Hey, do you know that guy up there with Bubba?'" That's the person you're looking for. The Bubbas. There you go.
Okay, yes, go find you a Bubba. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Okay, so yes, what if in the next 3 days you sign up your Bubba? And I want you to be in that mindset the next 3 days. Just practice this, okay, for the next 3 days. Cheryl, you especially. I want you I want you to put your cowboy hat on, your leopard print jacket, and I want you to be like, "Bubba's coming." I want you to say it out loud every day. I want you guys to believe it. In all seriousness, I want you to think about what would happen if I worked my business like this person was signing up in the next 3 days. My business was changing. What if this is way easier than I think? What if in the next 3 days, everything changes for me? And that's how this starts. We're going to do this for 3 days. And then we're going to tack on another 3 days. And then we're going to tack on another 3 days. I don't want you guys to shame yourself. I don't want you to be like, "Well, I still need 6 people. Well, I still need this. I still need that. I still need, my plans went back." I don't want you to shame yourself. I want you to start fresh. Allow a new person to emerge inside of you, okay, that says, "Pamela Cross, ain't nobody stopping her." I want that new person to come out and be like, "Megan Marr is finding her a Bubba. This Canadian girl is going to get a Bubba," right? That a new person emerges. And imagine that new person, those new thoughts are everything that you feel you lack in your business. So if you feel like, "I'm not a great recruiter," I want you to wake up and be like, "Damn, I'm a good recruiter. I'm so good. I'm about to sign up a Bubba." This is hilarious that we're saying this. I'm so good. And if you feel like, "I'd never sign up business builders," I want your only thought to be, "I am so amazing at attracting business builders who are motivated and excited to do this. This is happening in the next 3 days." And I want you to intention and feel how that feels. Get excited about that feeling of like, this could change everything in your business. Everything. Right? Everything. There's no rule to when you get to go into momentum. There's no perfect month. There is no perfect incentive. There is no perfect day. It is you believing it, feeling it, and doing the action. And it will create a synergy, literally, of just like, they call it Magic Week, because why? Our visualization is high on the prize. I'm inviting you and asking you to take your prize higher than you've taken it before. Take it past the iPad. Take it to the place where you're actually visualizing an incredible person joining your team. A Bubba. Okay, really picturing that and doing the things. Okay. Is that all you got?
That's all I got.
Is that all you got for us? Okay. Thank you, honey. It was so good. Oh, someone found their Bubba.
Oh,
She did TikToks and shared the process before I got the chance to.
it.
Nice.
Yep.
See, there you go. All right. All right. I love it. Okay, let's go find Bubba's. I dare you to flood the chats with "I'm finding my Bubba." Okay, let's make some people curious about what we're talking about. All right. Love y'all.